Hey, Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to the channel, welcome to anyone new. In today's readings, we're asking what's happening for you in January. We are inquiring about your January predictions, and we're going to draw 3 cards together and runes and charms. Beautiful souls, I hope you have had the most amazing and wonderful Christmas. Here we are in between Christmas and New Year's, so I hope that everything is just wonderful in your worlds. I am seeing the first card for pile 1 already showing itself. Actually, I'm seeing this from the top for pile 2, and this one actually, just in fact, no, it's that really singing to me, that one there for pile 3. So let's see what we have. Very zingy, Christmassy energy around today. We have for pile 1, we have Cat Independent. Okay, so this is the card for pile 1. For pile 2, we have Peacock, Vibrancy. Very beautiful. So this is pile 2. And for pile 3, we have Hawk, Messenger. This is for pile 3. And we are asking what is happening for you in January, your January predictions. Okay, let's draw, for those of you that wish, a rune and a charm. Now, if you already know which reading or readings are speaking to you, you can zip straight to them with the timestamps there in the information box, in the description box below, and I will put them in a comment as well. But for those of you that like a little bit more, let's draw a rune and a charm. So we have an anchor for pile 1, and Sewello, the rune of wholeness. Wonderful. Really wonderful energy here today. Absolutely magnificent, I've got to say. It's really, well, strong, vibrant, very interesting. I almost feel like there's a river flowing through these readings of energy. Well, we'll see what we're shown. We'll see what we're shown. Better not say any more. Okay, so now, pile 2, we have a wing, an angel wing, and we also have Hagalaz. This is the rune of disruption. So this is for pile 2. And then for pile 3, we have we have a feather, very pointy feather, and we have the rune of harvest, Jira. So this is pile 3. Beautiful. Okay. So, my beautiful souls, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. I will leave the camera running just for a tiny bit longer. You can always press the pause button, and I will see you in just a moment in the readings. Hey, pile 1, welcome. Now you have Cat Independent. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. Sewello, a pathway to wholeness. With the anchor, Independent, I feel like you're going to be very much steering your own ship, actually, in January. Perhaps taking the lead, but I feel like it's not with an expectation that others will follow you. It's taking the lead. It's doing what's right for you in a very independent, direct kind of way, not being held back by, I don't know, perspectives or perceptions of other people. Let's see what your oracle cards are showing to us. My beautiful pile 1s. May we have guidance and information about January, please, for pile 1. Seeing this card for you. Just the one from that pack, actually. And one from this pack. I'm seeing this one from this pack, and this and this. Let's have a look and see what we have. Actually, no, I'm just going to draw some runes as well. Can never have enough runes, really. There we are. Okay, so what do we have here? We have Reishi, retreat. This is Jupiter and the Sun. Jupiter and the Sun is a very powerful combination, very fortuitous, very expansive, very abundant, actually. We actually have a card of retreat. I feel like you may be needing to walk a very distinct pathway that's right for you during January, taking a very specific direction. Yes, her hand gentles the war. Choosing to potentially, well, I'm seeing you being a peacekeeper, a healer, perhaps setting, leading by setting an example. We have the card of faith. Again, we've got amethyst crystal here. This is a healing crystal. We have perception, and we have service. Okay, how interesting. The card of perception means you almost go a full circle. You see something differently. Cat, independent. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. I am literally seeing you holding a viewpoint that is very different from people around you, and not being afraid to have that voice, not being afraid to do so, holding the higher ground on something. We have Manas, the rune of the self, and look at this meerkat, tall, upright, noticing there's a pride around you, not an arrogant pride, but a healthy pride, a pride in who you are. I feel like some element of your destiny, your calling, your purpose is unfolding in a very special, unique way. Not everyone will agree with what you're doing, but you'll do it anyway, I think, potentially. I think you're going to be guided to do something that isn't what people expect you to do. A bit like, let's say at the, if I'm looking at kind of UK type timings, but people start their university courses, for example, around kind of September time. And it would almost be as if you come through the Christmas break, or you've reached this point, entering the new year, and you think, do you know what, I'm on the wrong course. This course isn't right for me. And you know, take the bull by the horns and you literally head into the, I don't know, the office at the university and say, actually, I need to change course and I need to do it. I need to do a different course that's far more suited to me. I already know this. I absolutely know it. And I want to change course now while it's early enough to do so. It's like you take charge of it. You steer your own ship. You make some choices or some decisions, because you recognize what's right and what isn't. Something isn't right, or it's not that it's not right. There's something better, basically. Let's draw some tarot cards. What are we shown for pile one? What is this change of direction or change of course, or doing something that's right for you that other people are not expecting you to do? Literally not being that sheep. Doing something that is, it's not like you're not going against the grain. It's just that you're following your own pathway. You're singing your own song. You're doing what's right for you, irrespective of anyone else. And you're not doing it in a confrontational way. Honestly, you just know this is right. You just absolutely know. Sometimes you do just, I think we can all look back and think of circumstances and situations when we've possibly persevered with something and it didn't feel right, and we recognise we should have changed course sooner. This is you recognising something and seeing it for what it is and choosing to go in a different direction. We have the Emperor here, on a quest, literally. We have the Princess of Cups. So I'm seeing you follow something that is really intuitively right for you. We then have the Five of Swords, even though not everyone will agree with what you're doing. It may feel like a difficult decision, but my goodness me, look how right it is for you. We have the Eight of Cups. We're seeing you sail off into the sunset, and we're seeing you making a clear decision about this, because you know that your crowning glory, as it were, is not on the path that you're currently doing. Now, whatever this is for you, it will be unique in your world, but there is something that you change direction in, and this is what we're being shown for you for this particular message. You may be drawn to more than one reading, but for this particular message, you are definitely going to do something that is not the run of the mill, or not what people thought you were going to do. You're going to do it differently, or you're going to choose a different direction, or go off, step into something that's very new for you, but with this sort of absolute faith that this is right. It's like it's your calling. You feel compelled to do it. It is like going on a quest. Somebody spoke to me. She used a lovely language. We were talking about questing, and she used the words surrender. There's a point in a quest when you just have to surrender to that space of openness and see what happens. It's almost as though we're not in control. We totally dislocate ourselves from human control, and we step into this space of complete and utter trust that whatever we need to see will be shown to us, what will be, and that everything is having a purpose. Everything holds a higher purpose, a service. And I feel there's something in January that happens for you whereby this is what you do. You just know it, you trust it, you follow it. Even though it's not necessarily what other people would have expected for you. This is the biggest message coming through. I think we should draw more cards and see if we can see a little bit more about it. Perhaps how it will unfold, or how early in January this might show up. May we have information, please? May we have information, please, for my pile one? Perhaps some clarifying around what this quest is, what this direction is going to be. Okay, so we have the cards that have shown themselves are, well, the Fool and the Knight of Wands. Even though it's going to feel a bit risky, so you have the Fool, you have the Knight of Wands, you have the Ten of Swords. You are seriously parting company with some aspect of life simply by doing something differently. And look at this, the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups twice. How interesting, the imagery is so different. This one I feel like you're sailing off into the sunset. This one I'm seeing you walking towards something in this complete and utter space of faith, of trust. This is right for you. Surrendering, she's really surrendering here. Then we have the Four of Cups and the Five of Swords as well. Let's place this here. I think what you might find is that you have to be quite tactful. There's very specific information coming through for you, pile one. You're going to need to handle certain circumstances with a degree of tact and diplomacy, because you are exiting something. So for example, if I use the analogy of that I just used, of if let's say you've started a course at university and you know it's really not sitting very well with you, and maybe let's say you were doing a course and you found it very disappointing and you just thought, I'm really not enjoying this, or there was some aspect of that particular course that you just didn't feel was going to be up to scratch. You know there's an alternative, or there's something you really want to do instead. You wouldn't necessarily go to the principal and say, look, I think this course is really shit or really rubbish, and that's why I don't want to do it. You would be tactful about it, even if you did feel that things weren't quite up to scratch and you'd made a decision not to sort of stay in that. You know you want to move. You might just go and say, look, this isn't feeling right for me, so I'm going to move on. I'd like to make some changes. Could we please look at this? Could I please have the conversations necessary? There's definitely tact and diplomacy involved here, because not everybody will agree with what you're doing. So being thoughtful about how you navigate this. Also, curiously enough, I think you may also not tell everybody what you're doing. Now, for some of you, it's the kind of energy of the example I've just given, but some of you, for others, I think you start something and you go off and you kind of decide to do it fairly secretively, and it's not in a furtive kind of underhanded way. It's just that there is a recognition that however you present it to some people, they won't really be able to hear you. You can tell them how good this is. You can tell them how right this is for you. But some people just won't want to hear it if it's not there, with them, or it's not the way that they see things should be progressing. So actually sometimes it's just best to kind of quietly go and do your own thing. And this is what I'm seeing for you in January here. Let's draw some more cards, some more tarot cards here. And we have a little bit of an idea. Oops, excuse me, it's my microphone lead getting tangled in the cards. May we have an idea, a little bit more information here as to how this might progress. May we have some information as to how this might progress, please. Okay. We have, wow, I think it's, goodness me, wow, okay, right, we have, I'm just going to sit here going, wow, for the next 5 minutes, I think. Pile 1, we have the 8 of Wands. This is going to progress very fast. It's like your passions are fired up. This is what you want, and you know it. You know it, and you're committed to it, and you're going to make it happen. And we have the Sun. It's source energy. It's literally going to come together. This is your reading, I think, for January. This is significant with the Sun energy and the Judgment card and the Magician. We're not talking, and the Fool, you know, we're talking big changes. Something that you choose to do. It's definitely a choice. It's completely right for you. You are steering your own ship. You're finding the harbour that is right for you. You're not just going into the harbour that everybody goes into. You're going into the one that's right for you. Indeed, for some of you, it's literally upping anchor and steering your ship elsewhere. It means leaving something behind or saying goodbye to something that you were previously, I think, involved in, and moving forwards wholeheartedly, knowing exactly where you want to go next. It's not like you're just ending something or thinking something isn't right. You're moving to something because it is right, and that's the energy, and it is right. So right. The moment you leave quietly, thoughtfully, tactfully, the energy moves forwards in no uncertain terms. And all I can say is, wow. Seriously, wow. You get the outcome you desire. What will happen, I think, is that you leap into this space of, I'm going to do this. This is what I want to do. And you know, the moment it starts to unfold, you will know 1000% that you made the right choice and you made the right decision. Wow, pile 1, this is your reading. This is what I'm seeing for you in January. This is your message in this reading. If you're drawn to other piles as well, there may be more messages in different areas of your life, but this is your reading for January and your January predictions. Keep us posted in the comments. I love reading your comments. So, you know, do keep us posted. Let us know how you're doing. Let us know how this unfolds and what this choice, what this decision is all about for you. But, you know, it's absolutely the right one for you. It really, really is. It's like there's an issue of loyalty to a cause even for some of you. But this is the right choice and the right decision. It really is, in no uncertain terms. And my goodness me, once you make that choice, you just know in every cell of your body that it was the right decision to make. Beautiful pile one, loving your energy, loving your reading. Keep us posted. Do you know what's really amazing is the astrology for January. It's like everything that we do during January is setting the pace for the coming year. It's almost like a whole month of energetic intentionality, energetic setting of intentions and wishes. And I really, really think that with you guys, you will make a choice that is so significant because you'll just know you've done the right thing. And I just think it's going to happen and emerge and evolve and consolidate so quickly for you. Even though it's kind of against some of the things that some people would want, but actually this is your life. It's not somebody else's life. It's yours, pile one. And your reading says go for it, 1000%. Pile one, loving your energy, loving your reading. Keep us posted. Don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon if you'd like to get a notification of any of my readings. Every month I give away a free private reading, a pack of oracle cards, diaries and journals. If you'd like to be in that prize draw, it is a subscriber offer. So if you are subscribed, if you add yourself to my subscriber email list, once you're on that email list, you are in my prize draw forever, and the names are drawn out of a hat and posted here on YouTube. So keep a lookout for those announcements really soon. Beautiful souls, tons and tons of love. Have an amazing January. Hey pile 2, welcome to your reading. You have Peacock Vibrancy. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. We have Hagalaz here. This is a rune that has no reverse. That's really coming through here. Something is sort of like non-reversible. Not quite sure what that is saying just yet. I think we better draw cards and see. You have an angel wing as well. I do wonder if you're going to be seen, become visible in some way, shape or form. And it could be really quite life-changing. Turn your world upside down. Let's draw cards for you, my lovely pile 2. May we see what is happening in January for my beautiful pile 2s. May we have guidance, information. What is happening for my beautiful pile 2s? What message does Spirit wish to bring you? I'm seeing 2 from this pack. Perhaps 3 I'm going with. What message does Spirit wish to bring you, my beautiful pile 2s? Ah, lovely. Excellent. So we have bittersweet. How interesting. Look at how the colours are coordinating. We have rebirth, ayahuasca. Bittersweet, we have rebirth. Gosh, I feel that there is going to be some kind of an emergence, a situation that it sort of unfolds and it can't be reversed. It needs to come to a conclusion in some way, shape or form. Sacred Falcon shows the way. Just looking at the bird energy in your reading, we have Sacred Falcon shows the way. We have this bird here, we have a bird here, 2 doves of peace, you have an angel wing, you have birds again, the peacocks. And look at this, let your world spin on its axis, turning your world upside down. We have the little one rises as well. Look at this. I feel like you are going to find yourself in a situation in January where there's no going back. That's what it feels like. And I don't mean that negatively, you know, at all. I'm not saying that it won't involve disruption. I'm not saying that your world won't be turned upside down or spin on its axis, literally. But I actually do feel that it's like a point of no return, which I think is why it's bittersweet. Sometimes Hagalaz indicates that there is a scenario or a situation that we've had enough of. And sometimes it can be something that happens very quickly, that shakes us into a space of awakening where we just know we have to make a change. And at other times, it's like a gradual awakening where little by little by little, we suddenly reach a point where we think, do you know what? This isn't tolerable anymore. I can't do this anymore. So there is this flavour of bittersweetness. In a way, there's like a celebration. We have a birthday cake here. And yet simultaneously, I don't know, maybe somebody is not on board with you, or you're doing what is right for you, or there's something around this. There's a fabulous excuse me, a fabulous leap, a way forwards, something, literally your world turning upside down in the best possible way. And yet somehow there's an edge to it. I'm wondering if somebody is not opposing it, but you know, when someone just doesn't celebrate your success. You get success and they just don't celebrate it, and you think, you know, really, you know, couldn't you just jump on board here? Couldn't you be happy for me? It's that kind of flavour. And I think there's just a really clear choice to move away from this. A really clear choice. It's like, actually, I'm not hanging out with this anymore. Yeah, practice humility to avoid jealousy. I wonder if there is jealousy around you because of an element of success. Let's draw your tarot cards and see what we're shown, or draw some tarot cards initially. May we have information clarifying about what is this about? May we clarify, please, what is this turning world, this upside down? What is this about that's coming in and turning the world of pile 2 upside down? What are we seeing here, please? What is this about? I'm going to go with those 3 cards there. And this one here. Ace of Swords. Okay. We have the Princess of Wands. I'm seeing you burning bridges here. I think you make a choice around something. Maybe it's just that something doesn't resonate with you anymore. Something just reaches a point where you just think this isn't right for me anymore. And I think you make some very clear choices here. And I don't think you're budgeable on this. Yeah, I don't think you are even remotely. It's like something happens and you just think this is not negotiable. Okay? Something happens that is disrupting, which is why it's a bit bittersweet. But we have these major cards here, the Magician and the Emperor. How interesting that the Emperor came out in pile 1. If you are drawn to pile 1, then I would strongly suggest it may be quite a good reading for you. This is very, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. In a very basic way, I would actually say, you know, if something basically pisses you off, you kind of reach that point where you're not prepared to tolerate it anymore. It could be something in a way that feels quite everyday, and yet simultaneously, because you are making that choice, it opens something up that is very significant for you. It opens up a space of possibility. You're no longer holding yourself back. It's a rebirth. There's a magical happening around this. The little one rises. Let your world spin on its axis. I think you kind of know that this is guided as well. I think there's a connection for you with spirit, with source, with a higher vision, sort of knowing, do you know what? I'm not tolerating that anymore because it's not part of my calling, it's not part of my purpose. And you really take charge of this. The Ace of Swords here is a very, very symbolic kind of directive scythe here. Even the shape of this sword is a little bit like a scythe. It can cut through things. I honestly think something happens and you are not negotiable. That's what I'm seeing. It's absolutely seriously, this is not negotiable. That's not acceptable. Burning my bridges. I'm not doing that again. I'm not having that come into my world again. I'm not tolerating that. And you shine. Actually, I think your capacity to say no to something is very inspirational. And also to do it in a way that is, you're not involved in jealousy or the pettiness of something. That's coming across very clearly with the Emperor here as well. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. I feel that there is a real clear choice and decision to burn some bridges here. And you know that it's the right direction for you. But it's definitely, there's something that creates it that feels not negotiable. It's almost like once you've made your mind up, it's like my mind is made up, that is it. I will not budge on this at all. It's really, really clear. And you're ready to shine and inspire others through your capacity to be so clear, to say both yes and no with great, great clarity. Let's draw some cards and see what else we're shown. What is the bittersweet thing going on here? So we have the Three of Wands. And then we have the Four of Swords. Okay. This is a turning point where I think you feel that you can no longer look back. You need to look forwards. Something has to be laid to rest. And you know it. Yeah, there's a very definitive burning of your bridges going on here, or a bridge. But you know what? You know it and you love it. This is very much an active choice on your part. This isn't about being pushed or manoeuvred into something. If anyone's manoeuvring, you'll make a really clear choice that you're not prepared to buy into that. But something is being very consciously put down. And it's almost as though you are, it brings you a sense of freedom here. That's what I'm seeing. May we ask about how this is unfolding, perhaps? A little bit further into what's going on in January. Okay, so the way it's unfolding, we have the Ten of Pentacles. And we have the card of the World. Wow. Well, it's unfolding into something. Maybe there is something around you that is holding you back, stopping you from stepping into the biggest, best version of you. And you just reach a point where you just think, do you know, I've had enough. It's kind of like somebody pulling on your energy sort of apron strings, almost wanting more than is appropriate, taking more than is appropriate, having more headspace than you wish to give them. I think there's a definite leaving here, and the outcome is positive beyond belief. Yes. How interesting, we have the World and the card of Justice here. I think it's fascinating. You're blindfolded here. I'm seeing you being blindfolded and handcuffed to something. So there's been an obligation to something here. Perhaps with the Ten of Pentacles, maybe a family obligation. And you reach a point where you're just not prepared to be tied into that anymore. You're prepared to step up. You're doing it very politely, quite quietly, but you are absolutely prepared to step up and not be governed by any, I would venture to say, any kind of fear, obligation, guilt, any ties that are inappropriate, people who put upon you more than they ought to be. And I think you do, to some extent, launch into the unknown. But you're actually on a really solid foundation. There's no question of it. There's a really clear-cut choice here. I think there is something going on around you. It may be going on around you already. And as you enter January, it's almost like a New Year resolution where you just say, do you know what? I'm not doing that anymore. that doesn't work for me, or do you know what, I am closing that door, that is not happening, that's not working. And I can see you looking back, but again, finding a resoluteness, almost an acceptance of something that you can't change. I always think, what's that sort of saying about, perhaps it might be the Serenity Prayer, where it's, you know, God give me the wisdom to recognize what I can do, to be aware of what I can't, and to know the difference. I feel this is a point of acceptance of something that you can't change, and therefore you choose to not let it hold you back anymore, whether that is internal or external. For many of you, I believe there are elements of your external world that are actually taking place. And it may feel like you're blindly setting forth a bit here, but I think actually it's really fine. If anyone is trying to pull the wool over your eyes, I think you're going to see it really clearly. And again, just say no to it. Let's draw more cards for you. Maybe have a little bit more information about where this is going. The Devil, cutting cords. This is a card of liberation. Sorry, it has to be so covered up, but these are the YouTube rules. And then we have the Five of Wands and the Knight of Coins. Yeah, you're absolutely going to free yourself from something that is currently holding you back. Cut the cords that bind you. Move forwards. If there's anything where anyone is putting upon you, wanting more than you want to give them, demanding more time, money, attention than you wish to give them, I think you're just going to reach a point where you draw the line. However, I do also think you're going to be able to do it nicely, okay? Because you're rising up. You're doing well. You know, you were born to shine. You were born to inspire. It may be as well, if you start to really rise, that somebody actually then sort of says, oh, you owe me, or oh, you're doing well, and there's someone who's going to stay the same, but you're not staying the same, you're growing. And I feel there is an energy of someone or something around you that again would possibly be jealous or envious of you. But pile 2, your reading is very, very clear indeed. I'm seeing you literally cutting some cords to something, moving through and away and beyond something. And it feels as if, you know, you no longer have to look back, you can look forward. Beautiful, beautiful energy for you in January, I think. Really beautiful energy, because there's such a major shift from stopping yourself from stepping up, or having just stuff going on, kind of drama going on around you that is just holding you back. And it's kind of like that decision, do you know, I'm not buying into that, that's not my bag, and off you move. And then your world just opens up more and more and more exponentially, because you're no longer carrying any of that lingering drama energy. Pile 3, this is actually a lovely reading, but I can see so much change and shift happening for you. My beautiful pile 2, I am sending you all the love in the world. I'm now having a little mental moment. Did I just say pile 3? I don't think I did. Anyway, if I did, I apologise. Pile 2, this is actually awesome. This is a transformation, a shift, a rising up that you need, that you desire. And what you're actually doing is choosing to sever contact with certain things that are actually an aggravation, and they're lowering your energy when you need your energy to be vibrant and alive and passionate and happening. Pile 2, this is your reading. I am sending you all the love in the world. Thank you so much for being here. Beautiful souls, if you'd like to be in my monthly prize draw, I give away a free private reading, a pack of oracle cards and some diaries and journals. It's a subscriber offer. If you subscribe, press the little bell icon. You should get everything coming to my stream, or into your stream. And then you can add yourself, if you wish, to my subscriber email list. And once you're on it, I'll put the link in the description box. Once you're on it, you can be in the monthly prize draw ongoing forever. So watch out for the announcements as well, because I make those on YouTube at the end of every month. Beautiful souls, tons and tons and tons of love. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So what is happening for you in January? Now we have Hawk, Messenger. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on prioritize, focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. Wow, what an opening for a new year. What an opening for the first month of 2024, pile 3. And you have the rune of harvest, suggesting that what you start at this point in the year is absolutely going to come to fruition. This is a rune that sometimes speaks of a period of a year. It's like we are setting the pace for the new year. And with this pointy feather, I always feel this charm is like it's about being really decisive, going for it, making a commitment, making it happen. I think you are looking at, actually, even though this is a reading about January, I think you are looking at a seriously prosperous new year. And it's as if this is the time for you to get going, and Spirit is going to send you messages. So be open to receive the signs. Focus on your priorities, eliminate distractions, and absolutely go for it. January feels for me, pile 3, like your springboard into the year. Let's see what else we are shown for you, my beautiful souls. What is happening for pile 3 in January? What are the predictions for January for pile 3? I'm actually seeing this card. Yes. And these two. Let's look at your oracle cards first. 3. Wow. Let's see what we have. So, nettle, action. This is just, you couldn't write it, could you? Okay, so this is really seriously about taking action, making things happen, using your initiative, going for it. Now we have Sisters of the Sacred Spiral. Okay. We have a sacred Sherpa guides you beyond. Okay, I'm seeing you overcoming any kind of obstacle. Any obstacle in your way, you are going to overcome it. Wow, look at this expansion. I mean, this is just magnificent, pile 3. Expansion, joy, and enlightenment. Seriously, I think January for you is going to be busy, but I kind of feel like it's loaded with the energy of action, expansion, expansiveness, being guided unquestionably. Sacred Sherpa guides you beyond. I literally do feel like any kind of obstacle or hurdle, you're just going to step over it. You can look ahead. You can transform. I think it's going to be very busy for you, but you're also going to love it. I think it will be packed, busy, 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 action filled, but you are going to love it. I think you're just going to feel lifted. It's one of those times when whatever you are doing, you just love every second of it. This feels amazing, pile 3. It really does. January for you guys feels just like seriously happening. Let's draw some tarot cards and get a little bit more advice and guidance, a little bit more information for you. May we have more information, advice and guidance for my beautiful pile 3s, please. What is happening? What's all this happening about? May we please be offered more information. See this one and those two. And this and the one on the rear. So what do we have here? Okay, so we have the Two of Swords. Wow, so this is a real turning point for you in something, a crossroads. It's like a tower moment. I'm seeing these birds rising, and of course you have the Hawk, Messenger. I would be looking out for real important signs, synchronicities, symbols. Definitely a Tower moment in January, or a Tower month is what it feels like. A power month, that's what I'm really hearing as I've said Tower month, power month. This is a month of personal power. 9 of Cups, look at this, you can achieve so much. This is seriously wow. Now you may find with the card of the Hermit that you might be working alone for some of the time. I don't mean necessarily in a kind of a sense of isolation, but I think you're really going to perhaps knuckle down to it. I think this is about keeping your focus, really, as much as being, I'm not seeing it as an isolation in terms of aloneness, just a really clear focus. Say no to any intrusions, which is what this says. Focus on priorities. Literally say no to anything that might get in the way of your priorities. Cultivate, 9 of Discs. You have something to cultivate. You have something to bring to fruition. Now, I am seeing that you may need to get very, very clear, sort of with yourself as much as anyone else, in order to hold your focus. Some things you'll have to just put to one side. You might have to park some stuff in order to give your fullest focus to your highest priority. But I don't think you're going to mind it. I think you're going to love it. I don't think it's going to feel like a, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't think it will feel like a deprivation. I think it will feel wonderful, because you know that you're focused and you know that this is a turning point. It's like something, that Tower moment. But definitely some things may be parked. It's that sense of needing to, it's giving your full focus, being really, really clear and direct about the actions you take. Choosing what you will do and what you won't do. Loving every moment. Something is expanding in your world, and this reading is literally asking you to jump on board. It's phenomenal, the energy here. It really, really is. Let's get some more advice and guidance. I think you will know what this is. I get the impression it's something that's already around you. I don't think it's something completely new. Because with the Tower moment, it's much more about, I mean, this is a 2 of Swords. It's not a Tower moment as such, but this card always speaks to me of the Tower. It's like making clear-cut choices. And I do feel, because of the 9 of Cups, this is something you've been building for a little while, perhaps. Yeah, something that has been building, gathering, accumulating. And there really is, it's like it gets a turbocharged injection of energy in January, or indeed you get a turbocharged injection of energy. But I think in a way it's you and your environment and source spirit sending you the messages you need to turbocharge you in exactly the right direction. Okay, so we have the card of the Devil. You're going to need to literally cut cords to things that might be holding you back. Take charge of things. We have the Emperor. Definitely take charge of things. Prioritize yourself. Don't be distracted by anything, however delightful it looks. There is something that needs your focus. It really does. And you are being invited to give it your fullest focus, because it's really, really going to help you to ascend to new heights. It really is. It's phenomenal. Yeah, don't be distracted by anything, however delicious it may look. You know, you can come to that later, I feel. And look at this, we have victory. I'm seeing you so literally ride off into the future. Visibility, soaring into that bright, bright future. Pile 3, astrologically, January really is setting the pace for the whole year. So the achievement, I'm not saying you're going to be focused and busy and prioritizing and having to shelve things the entire year, but I think it's the level of achievement that comes, the enlightenment, the joy, the expansion. That energy is going to sit with you for the entire year of 2024 if you set the pace for success really well from day one of January. Pile 3, I think unquestionably, January for you is a month of success. It's literally picking something up and running with it. I do think you know what it is. I don't think it's new to you. Let's have a sneaky peek as to how it emerges. We have the World. This is going to be big. I think this absolutely has the potential to be big, whatever this is for you, whatever you're running with it. It has every capacity to bring you such abundance and joy and like your dreams. So even if you're having to shelve certain things in order to prioritize for the month of January, the end result is really significant. It's life-changing. It's loaded with abundance. Wow, cards flying out. We have the Seven of Pentacles. This is absolutely worthy of your investment. The more you invest, the more you are going to achieve in the long run. Two of Pentacles, we have the symbol of infinity. And look at this, it's like your ship coming in. I sort of feel like with these two ships in the background, I don't know if you can see them clearly. I hope the camera will show you. So we have this little ship. This is like January. It's like if you invest in this ship and you ride that wave, then the bigger ship automatically follows as the year progresses. I think this is potentially, this is telling me quite a lot about 2024 for you, Pile 3. I think it is a year of phenomenal success. And January is the month to really set the pace through taking actions that actually create that foundation stone. I'm not suggesting you're going to be busy for the entire year, but I am saying if you really hold your focus during January, it is going to literally pay dividends. It's like literally planting seeds of gold that will then flourish. And this is bringing about some really significant long-term benefits for you in terms of abundance. It really is. Really, really is. This is fab. Absolutely wonderful. Pile 3, this is your reading. Have the most amazing January. Yes, have a busy January. Yes, have a constructive January. Yes, have an enlightened, joyous, expansive January. Watch out for the signs, the signals, the synchronicities of the universe, of spirit showing you the way, and clearly the way will be pointed out to you. I feel like you're just going to be gifted with anything you need. Any hurdle, you will just step over it like it was nobody's business. Pile 3, I am loving your reading. Keep us posted as we move through January. And if you want to get a notification of any of my readings as I upload them, if you subscribe and press the little bell icon, they should come into your stream. And also, if I have a monthly prize draw, I give away a free private reading and a pack of oracle cards and a diary and a journal. It's a subscriber offer, so if you are subscribed and you want to be in that prize draw, if you just add yourself to my subscriber email list, once you're on that list, you're in the prize draw forever, and I announce the winners here on YouTube every month. Pile 3, amazing month. Yes, busy, but seriously, what you do in January is going to just like bring in your ship later in the year, bring in the harvest, of course, later in the year. How amazing. Absolutely amazing year for you. And yeah, do keep us posted. It's so lovely to hear your comments and hear how your worlds are progressing and unfolding. Pile 3, biggest hugs ever, sending you all the love in the world.